So I'm definitely getting this could be a situation right now that is possibly in limbo. They're kind of showing me like a yellow light when you're driving on the road. And it feels like this is definitely a situation that seems to have a lot of kind of fog around it, a lot of smoke and mirrors. I'm also hearing Five of Wands, Five of Swords. So a little bit of a challenging connection, or challenging cards are coming through. I'm getting this is primarily because of the environment I'm hearing, or the atmosphere of your connection. So it seems like this is a connection that is attempting to come out of a state of turmoil or environmental kind of factors or fogginess right now. And I think that's why the Wheel of Fortune is here at the bottom of the deck, because wow, yeah, I'm getting a lot of energy here. This is probably a situation where there's quite a bit of, it's like I'm seeing an entanglement of many cords, an entanglement of many things that is going on. So it's likely, you know, with the Five of Swords here, the Death card, the Tower, that this is maybe quite a complicated situation. The person you're connecting to, they're coming up as the Queen of Swords, and their thoughts and feelings towards you is the Hermit. I'm getting this really strong energy of this person here possibly being in the energy right now of the Queen of Swords. So they are coming across as, in the background, I feel like this person is possibly spending quite a bit of time alone. They may have either withdrawn from you most recently, or in terms of how they're feeling about you. I'm seeing that this person seems to have a choice to make, a decision to make about you. And again, I want to get a little bit more here, but it seems like it's about the environment or external factors. And so the way that they're currently feeling about you is that they're needing to kind of spend a lot of time here of introspection, or spend some time alone. And I'm getting this person is almost like kind of scoping out their environment, their decisions, or trying to kind of gauge what's going on around them or what they're kind of wanting. So with this little owl too in the branch, it's kind of giving me the feeling of this person, I'm hearing someone say that I need my freedom, or I need my space. So again, we'll get a little bit more into it and see what the details of this is, but this may have been someone who told you this recently, or they've needed to just tell you this energetically, that they've been needing a little bit of space and time to, once again, kind of like control their environment, or not control, but to maintain something around them, or to kind of have everything okay in their environment. So this definitely could be like some type of drama around this, or third party situation. And really interesting energy. There's definitely a lot of energies around this in terms of either other people or just other things. And actually, when I shuffled this deck here, yeah, that's interesting, because I shuffled these before I used them. And we have Free Yourself at the bottom of this deck, and then we have this Maze here. So that's quite similar to how this reading feels. It feels like with the people too, there's like a maze with the situation. So this would be for you if this is a complicated situation, possibly again involving many factors in the way. And you are coming up as the Tower here, the viewer of this reading. And what I'm actually hearing Spirit say, they're kind of showing me like a screen in front of your vision, to where maybe you've had like this, metaphorically, like a screen in front of you in terms of what you've been able to see perhaps, or what's been shown to you. And actually, again, with the bottom of this, we have knowing. So you might be sensing something that's going on, and I'm getting somebody here could live in New England somewhere. But so how you're showing up here, the Tower, yeah, you definitely have an intuitive knowing. If this has not happened yet, I do feel there could be something that will be shaken up, or some event will happen in which you need to rely really closely on your intuition, on what you feel, what you know, because it seems like you are aware that there are many things that are happening around this, or you seem to be aware of something. So I want to see here, but it appears like You may have been in the dark for a while. I'm hearing about a specific situation. I mean, this situation here, you may have been either in the dark with this person for a little bit of time, or you may have been in a state where, you know, you didn't really know what was going on, or perhaps this person told you this too, that they needed that space or time. And it feels like that's that screen. You haven't known something, or you haven't been able to somehow you haven't been able to have the full picture here. So let's see a little bit more. Six of Pentacles, the connection between the two of you here. What else, Spirit? I'm also getting strong Virgo energy, especially if the person that you are connecting to is a Virgo. Doesn't have to be, but that's just for someone. I'm also getting this person could be someone who works in like an official place somewhere, or somewhere kind of like in a higher position. Okay, let's see. What is the connection between the two of you here? Six of Pentacles. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Okay, so this could actually be a very specific story for someone in which, again, there's been this other situation around it, or drama, or whatever this is here that has been complicating things. And I'm hearing this energy of wanting to maybe come towards you, especially true if this is your story, to where you've had this you know, again, maybe you have not been, this person's not been available somehow, or maybe this is someone that you recently met and it kind of feels like there's been many challenges stacked up against you. But it seems like with this express your love, and this could be the one, I'm getting that this connection between the two of you is trying to move forward, is trying to have something move ahead here in this connection, possibly someone wanting to express how they feel. I'm getting that this person could see you, yeah, Knight of Pentacles, as the person who is for them, you know, or maybe even vice versa. This could be that with the Death card coming up too, I'm hearing Spirit say uncontrollable factors. So again, this kind of feels like with these swords flying in the air, this is a little bit of a chaotic energy, chaotic reading. Some of this could be passing, in which these dramatic events or things around this are passing away, or like passing forward, which is with the Tower here too. But it seems like this person and you could both kind of view each other as two people, you know, who are either right for each other, or there's something really worth kind of moving ahead here, or worth exploring. And I'm getting this energy of like a machine that you turn on, like a car, kind of, that the car has been run down, or the car has not been starting for a while, and then you kind of can crank the engine. And the Knight of Pentacles is a very slow moving energy. So it's likely that the connection between you and this person is moving at a very slow pace right now, if you're currently like in contact, or this could be a situation to where the progression of the relationship has been moving very slowly, and some of this could be uncontrollable factors. So maybe things that have been outside of the control, you know, and at the bottom here too, the courthouse and the maze. It could be legal things, it could be situations that are making it very hard to, I'm hearing Spirit say you need to conquer your fear, but I think this is actually speaking to the other person. I mean, it could be both of you, but so it feels like someone's been having to conquer a very dramatic or very challenging situation, which could be from internal things and also external things. And it's like, almost like what Spirit's saying is that this connection between you both is really worth moving it forward. Again, it's worth exploring, and this could even be cranking up that engine and whatever that can resonate with you in terms of maybe being open to love, opening the heart to love if it's like a newer person, or even like kind of cranking up the engine with the Hermit and like let's restart this, or let me kind of come out of the Hermit mode here in terms of this person's feelings to conquer my fears, which seem to be really around this connection strongly. The fears of this connection, the fears of what could happen, or what could, what people could say, or all of these challenges that are in the way. So let me see that. Who is this person? Queen of Swords. How is this person showing up? The Queen of Swords, the person who you're connecting to. Yeah, again, I'm seeing this person really taking time to think right now. They're really in their own world, or they're taking a lot of time to consider what to sort of do next here. King of Wands. In this deck, it kind of shows a man planning to with a map. Could be fire energy. We have fire and air, and we also have the Queen of Pentacles, though, at the bottom, too. So also Earth, and I was getting Virgo. But how they're showing up here... Yeah, this person, I will say, they're kind of coming through in a way to where they are acknowledging that they have to be able to be the bigger person somehow, or they have to be the one to conquer those fears or those challenges. And I'm getting this feeling to where they would have to, like, kind of when they're in their little hermit mode right now, they would have to sort of come up with a... Not plan is not the right word, but I can't think of the word I'm looking for, but kind of like they would need to make a sacrifice. They would have to really do the right thing in the situation to make this connection with the two of you work. And I think that it seems like this connection could be at a stall right now, or stalling, or it's just kind of like it's been... Yeah, Eight of Pentacles. See, they want to... This person's in the energy where they're trying to... Yeah, they have a lot going on, though. It's like I'm seeing somebody chasing the tail, like a dog chasing its tail. They seem to... What is this? The Fool, the Eight of Cups. For some of you, this could be if it is like a third party, or if there's a very challenging situation externally with the courthouse here, or maybe even between the two of you, I don't know, but it seems like this is definitely not an easy situation. They may have to... What was I going to say? No. Kind of pull themselves out of this in terms of needing to be honest. Let me see. How are they thinking and feeling about you, the Hermit? I keep getting this strange energy, though. This won't be for everybody, but for some of you, I keep seeing something about how it was snatched away from you. I don't know what that means exactly, but kind of how Spirit said something to do with the uncontrollable factors. This could even have been a situation to where, maybe you have been trying to progress this relationship for one group of you here recently, and it's like almost in some way something came through to snatch it out of your hands, or to make this connection extra challenging. And since we have these kind of obstacles in the way, I don't know yet what that is, but it could be other people, it could be other factors, and it's almost like it's been causing this like spoke in the wheel to this connection progressing. If this is like just like a past person, it could also be to where maybe it was kind of a situation to where you should have moved your connection forward in the past, or this was supposed to move forward, but it was kind of taken somehow from you. I don't know what that means exactly, but the Hermit, how is this person, what are they thinking and feeling about you? I am getting that energy again to where it's like a car starting again. So for those of you who could be like a newer person, or possibly just someone who has been in their little introspective mode for a while, they really are contemplating the thought of opening their heart again. They're contemplating the thought of this fulfillment, this kind of like a Ten of Cups energy and strength coming through at the bottom. They really do feel like they are trying to gather the courage to overcome those hiccups or those blockages. And it's like they are in the process here. Something may have shifted here recently to where they've been pushed within. You know, they've been kind of pushed, because the Hermit is a very spiritual card. It's also a card where we do have to go through many lessons internally. And it feels like they have somehow kind of walked on this spiritual path, or this more inwardly focused journey most recently. And this has been where they've had to contemplate what they're willing to sort of sacrifice to make this connection with you work. And if it is, like I said, like a newer person for some of you, it's a matter of the many challenges that, or excuses almost, that could be coming up with this person about why this maybe couldn't happen or this couldn't work. But it feels like needing to gather the courage to maybe give this connection a proper chance, or to, it's like I'm seeing a fire behind somebody. So maybe like the universe trying to get this person to be a bit more like fired up in terms of like wanting to make a move, or wanting to kind of get moving towards this connection. What are they thinking and feeling about you, the Hermit? I'm hearing skeletons in the closet. So again, with the Hermit being a very solo card, this person could even be going through, yeah, so stand alone. They're definitely standing alone here. They may even be exposing the skeletons in the closet, or they're having to go inward to look at the skeletons that they've kind of put in the closet in terms of maybe secrets, or I'm getting this person as like has been a passenger in their life. So it's kind of a strange reference, but they're almost showing me like somebody in a car who's in the passenger seat. They may have been in a process of not really taking control of their life, of their desires, of what they want, and they want to become the driver in their life. And I feel like with the certainty too, this person here, how they feel about you, it's like Spirit show me someone taking off the, you know how like when you're bowling and you take off the side things, whatever they're called. It's like this person may need to be more upfront with you. They're kind of in a state right now where they're contemplating how they can become more assured within themselves, how they can become more certain about who they are. Almost like taking off the, what is it called? I can't think of it, but also the reference of those bubbles you put on your arms when you're a kid and you're swimming in the pool, bumpers, I guess, in the bowling. But they're kind of needing to take that off so that they can become, this is definitely someone who may have struggled with their masculine energy, or taking kind of control of their life and towards you. So when it comes directly towards you, they definitely need to make a sacrifice also when it comes to certain selfish tendencies that they may have had and that they may have currently. The Queen of Pentacles, how they're feeling about you here. Yeah, they really do feel a strong sense of home with you. So definitely this is a connection that feels like it has a strong sense of familiarity and home with each other. They feel a sense of home with you. The Star, the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, definitely. Seems to be someone who is kind of the one for you. With this could be the one. And again, just take it how it's going to resonate. I don't know if this is like a new person or not. I want to look at what this challenges is though in this reading, because it feels like this whole kind of environmental stuff has been causing delays and challenges. But this is definitely somebody who feels like you, I'm hearing you glow. So you may even be somebody who, they really do feel this sense of fulfillment with on a really strong level with the star and the fulfillment card. And I'm hearing this person may have needed to take some time to consider if they feel like they can match your level. And this is something that actually that's coming through that they're very aware of. It's not like this person's coming up as really in their ego anymore. It's more so like this person is self-aware of maybe like who you are or what you deserve. And they've been wanting to figure out how they can become that certain, especially if it's a man, but just again, take it how it's going to resonate. But for most of you, it's a man, how they can kind of become a certain man within themselves. And with the Hermit, that's why they've been, when it comes to you, they have been, I'm seeing somebody like, Spirit show me like a disco. I mean, we don't go to discos anymore, but they're showing me like this person could have maybe, I don't know, played games, or they could have played the field or something. Something about how they've needed to take a step back from that type of lifestyle even, and to become again this like more assured version of themselves, so that they can become more assured about you. And with the Queen of Pentacles and the Star, that's what they see you as. And I'm getting this person is, again, really self-aware about this. They seem to be traveling within with the Hermit and really even working on a lot of self-improvement. And it feels like, let's actually see, what is this up here? Tell us a little bit more, Spirit, about where this person is at in general. With the King of Wands, the Queen of Swords, who is this person overall? So here's a man. So I'm actually getting, this person feels quite alone. And I know we have the Hermit here, and it's a good thing, but it's also at the same time, this person could be going through a bit of a, like, feeling alone, feeling misunderstood even, feeling like they don't maybe fit in to either where they are currently, or it's more of just like a lonely feeling in general with this. This could even be partially what this Five of Swords is about, the Five of Wands, inner conflict. But I don't even know if I would call it conflict. I mean, I think it may have been a lot of conflict, but it's also this feeling to where this person may have even be feeling that you've kind of iced them out for some of you with the Queen of Swords, or possibly even somebody else in their life or like their environment has iced them out. So they've been feeling alone, they've been feeling lonely, or they've been feeling like they just have been searching within to figure out how they can sort of find home, and that's where they're feeling that with you. So it's interesting. So, you know, again, if this is someone that you're actively talking to or getting to know, they very much feel a sense of like this can really, this is something that does feel very much like home to them, and they've been wanting to really be able to open their heart more. They've been wanting to even make more romantic gestures towards you. They've been wanting to kind of express how this feels like the one for me, like is how they're showing it or how they're coming through. And if it is someone you're actively talking to, they could be maybe taking a bit of a step back from you, where you could find that they're a little bit like on and off with you. But this is not like playing games on and off. This is more of somebody, it won't be your story if it's someone who I feel has been, I mean, I guess they could have before, but it's more of somebody who's coming to stability within themselves. It's not somebody who's doing it on purpose. It's just somebody who is really actually considering their future right now. And in terms of trying to make those changes. Where is this person at overall? Queen of Swords, the King of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, the Mountain. Yeah, it's like a little bit of a void feeling. This person could have been feeling kind of empty overall. I think I said earlier too, but I'm getting that confirmation again. This person could have told you, just give me a little bit of time, whether it's a few weeks or whether it's a long time, just give me a little bit of time to either, you know, be better for you or whatever they told you, or maybe you just kind of felt that. But again, it's not coming up in a way to where they did that to purposely hurt you or to play games with you. It's more of like this person genuinely felt like they needed time to not be a person who would be back and forth like that. Like they wanted to improve their level of consistency in this connection with the Eight of Pentacles here. Some of you could have actually, again, I'm getting, you could have told them though that, or they either felt this intuitively, or you told them that that was not kind of enough for you, or that you needed an answer, or that your behavior just kind of showed that you were not willing to wait for them, or you were not willing to, yeah, to wait for them here. This person's been really like all up in their head here, going back and forth with different scenarios. Yeah, Page of Swords and the Emperor. Again, I do think this is somebody who is coming across as an emperor. So strong masculine energy though, and how they're showing up overall. This person has been living a lonesome life again, I'm getting. Even if they've had other people around them, 3 of Cups, 10 of Cups, yeah, so 9 of Swords. I'm going to confirm what this 5 of Swords is here. Like I picked up in the beginning, there could be a lot of drama around this, or maybe other influences. It's been complicated, but this person has been recently feeling very alone, even if they have people around them, family or friends, or maybe even another connection, depending on what your situation is. And with the concern here and the 9 of Swords, they have been really, I'm hearing battling something that is no one knows about, or battling in the dark. So they may have been really fighting kind of within their own selves here recently, that they have not told other people about, or even told you about, if this is someone you're talking to. And I'm getting that they feel like you are floating away, or that you are becoming more distant, and maybe they pushed you away, or this is just someone who feels like their chance with you is diminishing. So they feel like that kind of adds to the distress about it. So Spirit, what is the blockage in this connection? What is this 5 of Swords? Because we do have the outcome showing here. The next month or so is the 5 of Wands for the outcome between the two of you. And again, I'm sort of getting somebody who's trying to make strides forward, like your connection is trying to make strides forward. This could be the one, express your love, Knight of Pentacles, but it is moving quite slowly. And one of the reasons for this is because it feels like every time you make one step forward, or this person makes one step forward, they kind of get drawn two steps backwards again. And it seems like this is a very much of a frustration in terms of something that it keeps repeating. So whatever that means, I don't know if it's a certain nagging person in general that keeps keeping this person back, or if it's a situation that almost feels like it's this continuous mountain uphill that is making it so hard to just progress things, despite the fact that this person is feeling this way. What is the challenge here in this connection, Spirit? Why do we have the 5 of Swords as the challenge, and the 6 of Wands is external? Yes, it's a long journey for sure. Long journey. What I'm actually hearing Spirit say is denying one's spiritual path, or more so situations. So how am I gonna say? Kind of like this person's crown chakra, I'm getting. They've been wanting to be more open-minded. I don't know exactly how this is manifesting, but this person has either been becoming more drawn to those topics, or they have been just wanting to be more open-minded in general. You know, maybe it's small things like I want to improve this about myself, or maybe I want to travel or relocate somewhere, or there's just certain things that I feel this person has been almost like growing pains, you know, when you're outgrowing the mold that you've been living. And I think this person, I'm hearing that there's been like a spiritual blockage. So with the 5 of Swords, the 5 of Wands, something has quite literally been blocking this person from expanding their mind, which is really interesting, but I don't know how that's being done. It could be through opinions of other people. It could be through some dark forces. It's something to do with this person's, like I said before, atmosphere. That's, what is the challenge here? Yeah, fatal attraction. I definitely feel like this could be something not so great around this connection. It could be a third party. I don't know. It could be somebody who is into dark spell work. I think that's only for a few people, but I want to mention it because I feel like it's something that people may not know they're doing that, but it's something about the vampire around them, the vampires or the vampire around their environment that has been unknowingly kind of draining them of their progression, like this camel in the desert. You know, it's almost like if this was this person and they see the light over here, they see kind of the improvement of what they're wanting in their life, but it's like you have to go through this incredibly hot desert and you don't know if you're going to survive to get there. So it's like there's a lot of challenges that keep being thrown in the way of your connection between each other, even if you're in separation. Just, you know, it could be energetically, or if you're actively trying to work on things, it could be like a external party or something that keeps trying to intentionally or unintentionally prevent your connection from moving forward. And that's kind of the way it's feeling. Like, if I make this move forward, I'm risking my life in a way. Not that it's actually their life they're risking, but like kind of that reference of moving through the hot desert. It feels like it's accompanied with many challenges, this connection, which is unfortunate because it seems like the connection itself, this person is wanting to become more kind of sure about themselves and sure about you. But what else, Spirit, is blocking this connection here? Five of Swords. And again, I'm hearing this as a secret. So I don't know if maybe something is going on that you don't know about, or possibly things are kept secret. And this would probably be very specific, but maybe there's been like a secret kind of toxic situation in the background, or maybe it's like a family situation, something that is not openly seen. I'm getting it's like something that has been going on in the background. We have different paths. What is blocking this connection here? Yeah, that's what it is, different paths. The reference of, so you and this person, or at least the way this person's feeling about you, they're wanting to merge onto your path. But if you're going down this like one path, they have to be able to part ways with this kind of, almost feels like a bubble of something that's not healthy, or just like I don't even know what the word would be for it to describe it. Just like, I guess it's very karmic in nature, because it almost feels like a black hole somehow, to where it feels like they would need to really make the effort to pry themselves away from this other path. This is the different path with something else, not your path with each other. This is definitely somebody who, this would be your story if there are 3 or 4 different pathways, if that makes sense, that could be happening in this connection. So you could know about a third party. It could be, you know, other things like distance, or it feels like a little bit more than that, though. It feels more like a external influence. I suppose it could be family things, it could be religious differences, it could be cultural differences, but it's something that feels very restricted and restrained. So you, though, the two of you have this connection that, you know, again, is kind of the one, but they would need to, and maybe you too, if you know, if this is also picking up on your energy, then just take it that way. But whoever this is that has another path involved, or multiple pathways, has been sucking out their life force energy, and they have been actively needing to go within, to be the hermit here, to be able to have the wisdom to see that this is actually causing this not the path that they want to go down, you know. But you can only see that if you kind of become the hermit, because the hermit traditionally is like in the darkness with the lantern. So you have to cancel out the external noise, and you have to really find the truth within. And I think that's what this person here has been feeling. I feel like Spirit, their guides have been making them almost, not making them, but they've been feeling lonely, or they've been feeling not understood, because they've been needing to see the truth of their environment. Anything else that's blocking this connection? So I was just going to confirm that actually, the Death card, and here we have the Coffin. Why is the Death card here for the theme of this connection? So this is very specific, but there could be some specific scenario to where this person has a way out if they choose to. I don't know if that's... I don't know if this is something to do with like a divorce, for example, or if it's a... somehow they are having a choice opening up that will give them an opportunity to be free. What does that mean? But for others of you, it's also their soul going through an ego death, going through a bit of this, the skeletons in the closet, which is their own secrets and their own pain. Yeah, the Ten of Wands. Yes, Judgment. Okay, so that's what it is. For some of you, it's more so that this person, I hope it makes sense, it's kind of hard to put into words, but they are confronted with this ego death, which has been making them question their reality, basically, their life. And it could have even been triggered by an ending. I mean, it could have been something has ended for them in their physical world, but for others, it's just more so of a metaphorical ending in terms of them recognizing that their lifestyle kind of that they've been living, or whatever this fatal attraction kind of energy is, or other person, is needing to come to an end. So you have the Tower here, and then we'll look at the outcome. Actually, let me pull a few of these, and then we'll look at the outcome of this connection here. Let's pull a few names and locations. Okay, so who needs to hear this, Spirit, and any other details? Okay, and then we'll pull another round at the end here, but let me just go through these first. And these do not have to resonate. If you resonate with the reading and these names or locations do not resonate, that's completely okay. It's just for fun, and it's also for extra confirmation for certain people, so don't worry about it if it does not resonate. So we have Mia, starting with names. Mia, Alicia, Missy, Debbie, Mickey with an I at the end, Jacqueline, Ali with an I, Satu, Hannah with one N here, Marika, Sabrina with a Z, Pauline, Adam, Lucine, and I think that's it for names. Oh, Victoria. So we have a lot of locations here. We have Chicago. Actually, I heard Chicago earlier. I was going to say it and then I forgot. So Chicago, Mexico, Belgium, Montana, New York, Beijing, Sweden, Liverpool, and then we have 70s. So you could be born somebody here in the 70s, or you could be in your 70s, or maybe you met in the 70s, however that connects. Scorpio moon, Pisces rising, and Virgo rising. So there's the confirmation of Virgo energy I was picking up on. And then we have psychologist. So someone could be a psychologist, or however that connects with you. And then we have new love. So like I said, for some of you, this is either a new love connection, or it's something that will kind of be a new love, or have the potential to become a new love connection in terms of a new beginning. So let's look at the outcome here. The Five of Wands. What is going to happen moving forward? Why is this reading coming up, Spirit? What is the outcome between you and this person next month or so? Yeah, it's really interesting. The way they're showing it is like a hose that has a leak in it. Yeah, censorship and in prison. So I really don't know how this is, what exactly this is, but it feels like it's a clear message about this continuing story of something intruding in the connection, or making things between you both like not able to move forward. And also the reference of like the hole in the hose is leaking information. I'm hearing something about with the Five of Wands, clear your mind. This could be one of two things in terms of the outcome. Like I mentioned, it's like this connection is wanting to progress and wanting to move forward, but this could be other opinions of other people that are almost becoming like that energy of like a kind of like a tear in the aura, a leak in the aura, to where it's causing distractions for this connection to progress or to move forward. And some of this could also be for you with the Tower. It feels like this, if it's not something, I mean, I definitely feel like there's external stuff here, but even for some of you, it could be that if you are in communication, there may be a struggle when it comes to communication here, if you're already talking in the next month or two, to where it kind of feels that these other factors or troubles around are making the connection kind of leak out, if that makes sense, to where it's hard to get a clear grasp on the forward movement or the communication between the two of you. What is the outcome in the next month or so between you and this person? Five of Wands. Clear your mind. But Spirit's definitely saying slow down. This is a connection with the Knight of Pentacles that is not supposed to move too quickly. Three of Pentacles, that's why it has been taking a while. It's been taking quite a while, I feel, if you've already been together, or if this is a new person. It's definitely a situation to where it seems like this is not meant to be rushed forward or rushed ahead. The outcome between the two of you. The Lovers and the Devil. Yeah, so that confirms it all, really, because the Lovers is choosing a higher love, is choosing from a space that, you know, usually would represent like a high love connection, soulmate, twin flame, and the Devil would represent the karmic lower energy. So that's confirmed with the whole fatal attraction thing and Three of Cups. There definitely seems to be in this reading some type of intruding and external factor, and also it's become more than that, though. You know, it's kind of become a parasite for your person and possibly you if you're kind of together or talking. So moving forward, it's that leak again, the Five of Wands. This is still, the Devil is I don't know, it kind of feels like there's steps that are being taken though with Three of Pentacles, Eight of Cups. There could even be a bit of a walking away from this devil energy. Or with the Judgment here, the Ten of Wands, this person is beginning to disconnect from that devil energy. Or if that's you, whoever is attached to this devil energy is becoming more, is trying to, with the Hermit, you know, again, clear your mind, trying to go within to seek out the best solution here and to recognize how kind of damaging it has been for their own life and for the potential of what they could have with you or that they have with you, if that makes sense. So that's kind of what I'm getting here. It feels like moving forward in the next month or two, there is going to be some progress made. But it's kind of like if you have an infection, you have to take the antibiotics to get rid of it. So that's kind of what I feel, you know, metaphorically. There needs to be laws and agreements and release. Yeah. Could even be if it is something legal or if it's some agreement that was had between a third party. It has to be released here. So a little bit of a open-ended kind of outcome here, but it feels like it's the outcome between the two of you next month or two. So flirt, extend your lighthearted energy to others, and calling in your soulmates. Let me look at you here. What is the Tower for the viewer of the reading? What do you need to know? I feel like you've been doing your own thing. So for a lot of you, you may have disconnected or you've been kind of in your own world. Yeah, love yourself first. Like we had seen, you know, maybe you have even disconnected from this person, and I'm hearing that you still have a wound in your heart though. You still have something that has been causing a wound within your heart. And it feels like the Tower is... Let me see, how's the viewer coming up here? Strength. Yeah, I mean, you are just coming through as someone who is able to withstand whatever you've been going through. It feels like it's just mainly with the Moon here. You could have, for some of you, could have children with this person. Just will be for some of you. Two of Cups. It seems like you're just kind of standing tall like a firm tree in the middle of the woods, and you are able to withstand the storm of what's happening or what has been happening. Let me see what this person wants to say to you before we look at the final card here. What does this person want to say to you? So the Hermit, what are they thinking and feeling about you? What's going through their mind about the viewer? I don't know, they just keep giving me, the outcome here just feels like two people who have been through a lot, or unless it's a new connection, it feels like it's just like slowly making progress that is one foot in front of the other, and there's still this like kind of mud on you, but you're having to shake it off slowly. It's like there's progress being made, but it's happening in a way that is slow, and it almost feels like it's still kind of in the middle of this transition and this storm in a way. And I think with the calling in your soulmate and the Two of Cups, this is where you're both connecting with the Lovers here too, in a way to where you're wanting to both kind of go through the storm together. You know, like the fire, you're both wanting to walk through the fire together, at least in a higher self level. And this is why it says here, your prayers, affirmations help to bring you together, because I feel like with the Tower, you could also be feeling this shift. And the universe has been trying to release these other energies in order to help you both to align, because it feels with that you've already met the romantic partner you seek. That is what this connection is. But it's a little bit complex with the different pathways here, because you're both wanting to choose the path together, but the other things right now are still in the process of kind of being cut away. And it seems like more so than ever this has been happening. So let's see, what does this person want to say to you? So if this person could say anything at all about their true thoughts, intentions towards you, thoughts and feelings with the Hermit, what does this person want to tell you about how they truly feel? For some of you, I'm getting this person doesn't want to say the same thing. So if they have told you the same story over and over, or if they kind of had the same behavior with you over and over, they really want to find a way to release that old story. Okay, we have fate. If it's meant to be, our paths will cross again. Let's leave it up to the universe. And this card flew out and then it flew back in. Sidelined. I can't make you a priority in my life right now, and I know that's not fair. So yeah, that's why this person's coming up as the Hermit. They have not been able to make you a priority, and what's been happening outside of that has been, again, very draining and not healthy. And it's like this person has been sort of suffering alone or suffering in silence due to that, because of their environment. And it feels like this person with the fate here, it's almost like they're convincing themselves, making excuses, even though they want to become this kind of certain person or become better. It's like in the back of their mind, they're kind of, with the Devil here, the Lovers, it feels like such a struggle, like that reference of the desert here. It's like this person knows they would have to really walk through the desert, and it's like something that they want to do on a heart level, but it's also very challenging, and they know that, especially if they're like in a very deeply ingrained situation, such as something that they've been involved in for a very long time, or something that feels almost like it's permanent somehow. And we kind of develop these habits over time, and we are not, I mean, we are, but it's very hard to change our perspective on life. It's hard to change our maybe environment, our marriage, relationships, whatever that could be. And it's like this person has been needing to spend that time alone with the Hermit to go on this inward journey to figure out kind of what they're capable of when it comes to this forward movement here. What else does this person want to say to you right now? Stability. I want to rebuild this relationship to make it last. See, so that's what I'm saying. I feel like I'm also seeing somebody go to the gym. So this person could be, maybe goes to the gym a lot, or it's just also metaphorically, they've been wanting to like kind of exercise themselves and exercise their own self in terms of what they can provide maybe for the connection. But yeah, it's like this person, they do want to rebuild things. They have this intention with the Ace of Pentacles here, the Queen of Pentacles. They desire to have that fulfillment like we had seen earlier. It's just that it feels that it's someone who may have developed this almost sense of hopelessness in certain ways about their life. Yeah, so darkness. I've been struggling with my own darkness. I don't want to drag you down into the mess. It's like this person is making excuses because they again, I'm getting for most of you, this is probably a situation that has been for a while, this other, whatever that is, this other toxic thing, or this darkness that kind of is invading them, things that feel very much like they're a victim. It feels like it's been running the show for a long time in their life, and they're really trying to kind of be strong with the strength right now to get through their current challenges, and also to sort of continue to have faith that they want to rebuild this with you. But it does seem like their tank is kind of on empty, or it's beginning to, it's definitely been empty for a while. What does this person want to say to you? And I think I said too, this person doesn't really know if you are still available or open or interested. So look, we have certainty. I've always been sure about you. I know that you're the one I want. So yeah, there's that confirmation with this is the one. This is definitely a connection to where they have always understood that you are the one, or they've recently met you if it's a new person, and they kind of just, they know that on a soul level, you are the one, or you are someone who, yeah, you're the one here. But it's like the challenge is temptation. I try to resist your lure, but it's getting more difficult each day. And that's what I think this Lovers is here, the devil, confronted with these two contradictory energies of knowing that with the calling in your soulmate, they've been wanting to call you in. Your higher, I think your souls have been really doing this. So your higher selves have been connecting and trying to call each other together, you know, trying to call this connection back together or just together. And it feels like with the flirt here, this person does have this desire to just like rebuild things with you. It feels like this, if this is your story, this would probably be a connection that feels very refreshing from where they come from. You know, it's almost like it's a safe haven, or it's a connection that feels like it's homely, and it's like they feel tempted by you, not because of like temptation in terms of being driven by their like ego, or it's more of like temptation of wanting to be in your presence, or temptation of wanting to just kind of do it to kind of get closer to you and hope to rebuild things, you know. So we have passion. I've never felt this way about anyone else before. Yeah, so they're very passionate about you. They feel very sure about how they feel about you. That's never been a question in this person's mind. We have mirror. The way that I feel about you is exactly how you're feeling about me. So you also could mirror each other. With the Two of Cups over here, that's probably why for you, the Strength, the Moon, the Tower, you seem to be coming from a place to where you have known this all along. Like you've known exactly what this connection is and how you feel about this person. You know even probably what's going on with them. You see, you could be very intuitive. And it seems like with the Two of Cups here, you are just not, I don't think you're waiting in terms of like you're just waiting for this person endlessly. It's more of like your soul acknowledges that I know that we're meant to be type of thing. I know that this is a connection that is worth fighting for, and I know that this is a connection that we're meant to be together. But it's not coming up as like a desperate energy. It's more so that you have been also working on yourself. You've probably been going through a lot of your own inner work with the love yourself first, having to put yourself first. And it's been really hard for you because you have had to see this person go through what they're going through, or you just sense what is going on around them. And it's almost like you want to be there for them, or you want to just kind of shake them up here. But they actually do know what you know. They feel the same way. It's just that it's like, yeah, let's get one more of these. Anything else about what this person would want to say to you? I'm getting that you definitely telepathically communicate with each other. You could even get, for someone specific, I'm getting that you could get like whiffs of their cologne or perfume, or you may just feel their presence around you, and you may wonder if you are just making it up. But I think it's something that's happening on a soul level. Healing. I've been spending a lot of time working on myself and healing so I can become a better person. So yes, we have that confirmation too with the Hermit. And one more card. Yeah, so intuition. I feel your energy around me all the time, and I sense what you're feeling. I wonder if you feel this too. So yeah, you definitely have a very intuitive connection, and it's like you both have been really magnetically picking up on this within each other, which has made it almost like hard to shake this off. You know, it's made it kind of frustrating in a way because it's so hard to shake off what you have or what you had together. I know it's time for me to be honest with you, but the truth may be hard to hear. I need to find a way out because I can't be here anymore. So that's what we confirm too with the loneliness and this person's environment. Definitely not in the best position right now, this person. So we're going to do one more round of these and then we'll leave it there. Okay, so let's see. I always say when I start these readings, I wanted to make it like a 30-minute reading or 25-minute reading, but it just never happens. I just can't seem to stop channeling or talking, so hopefully it's not way too long, but that's just, I guess that's the messages that need to come through. So let's see. Anything else that... Okay, so again, starting with names, we have here Shelley, Vangila, Mahilda, Samantha, Vernita, Venetia, Mariella, Rick, Blathen, I'm so sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that. A lot of these I don't know how to pronounce properly. Dana, Amelia, Constance, Sunita, Amy, and that's it for names. And then we also have Portland in terms of locations, Portland, Denmark, Paris, Kansas, Mumbai, Omaha, Santa Fe, Tokyo, life path number 6, Cancer, Sun, server, and dentist. So this could be occupations for somebody. So in terms of zodiacs, we have Cancer, so a lot of water, Pisces, rising, Virgo rising, Scorpio moon, and Cancer sun. Okay, so I hope that this reading could help. Definitely let me know if any of this resonates or if the names or locations. I'd love to hear from you. And thanks so much for tuning in, and take care and lots of love.